everyone, and welcome back. Today I am discussing Black Moon Lilith in the natal chart. If you don't know where your Black Moon Lilith is, look it up. There's plenty of astrological software out there that's free that you can look it up. It is a moon with a cross, and it's pretty simple to look up. So check it out. I'm just going to sit here and discuss some of the things that I've came up with on my own with Black Moon Lilith and what she does affecting our charts. So let's start off. She is a demonic figure in Jewish folklore. She is a mother of demons. She is an ancient bad girl, a Jezebel, painted as a Delilah, a temptress, and even a siren. Lilith is attractive, it's alluring, and it's a call to our wild and natural instincts as humans. She is our desire, our disgust, being oppressed, needing to an escape, an alluring escape at that, feeling equal, feeling heard, seen, acknowledged, sexuality, reproduction, and really our inner bitch voice. When we think about the story of Lilith, we know that Lilith was cast out of the Garden of Eden by Adam. She was not wanting to be subservient to Adam. She wanted to be his equal. She wanted to, be exactly the same as him in the respect of everything that she earns and everything that she's able to give and put on the table. It's the same. And a reason why Lilith left was because she wasn't treated as such. And looking at her story, she was ultimately nurturing. She was feminine and she was sympathetic, with no desire to hurt anybody or anything, or have demon children, or do anything that she has been painted as after she was cast out of the garden. But with isolation, she changed her mind. With the extremes that Adam treated her in, she decided to summon up love for herself. And Lilith rose up, deciding to be true to her wishes, leaving and being cast out of the garden, but realizing a connection to herself. Her intention to be honest with her inner self-respect. As many women in history have been oppressed to buck a masculine influence. I think we've been taught that because Lilith was cast out, she had a horrible experience. I mean, you must have, right? You must have had a horrible experience. If you had Adam, which was God's gift to man, literally. You had Adam. I'm sorry, my dog's going off. Hey, Sadie. If he was God's gift and she was like, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. We've been taught because she was cast out, she had a horrible experience. Who's to say she had a horrible experience? Maybe she was like, bye asshole, I'm out of here, I'm gonna go live my damn life and I'm gonna have a great time doing it. And the way everyone, all the men in history are gonna paint my story is a story of, well, I frolicked with demons and I did all these things because I was cast out. I was bucking the masculine influence, right? Frolicking with sex demons, having sex with them, inevitably cast to the underworld, to hell, out of utopia. It's said that she had an incredible vendetta to pay every trail she walked because of her sorrow and madness of being displaced. But to examine how tales are conjured in the first place is to see that maybe it wasn't as bad to be in exile for Lilith. Maybe she enjoyed being bad. We're all bad. And she knew this. She knew this as the first woman. Isn't it so interesting? Maybe because she got cast out, she learned to survive like many oppressed female rulers in history, like Eleanor of Aquitaine, who was locked up by her husband, Catherine de' Medici, who did not get the respect of her husband, Lady Jane Grey, who was thrown by men on the throne for 9 days, inevitably to come to her demise by men, some of the same ones that were actually vying for her getting on the throne. Even Elizabeth Bathory, who was convicted by a dominantly masculine influence, who ultimately wanted her power. These are a lot of the themes that roll around with women who hold power in history, and who masculine influences who want to denote that power. The difference in these women and Lilith is that she actually broke free. Maybe she did not accept the imposed doom and actually felt wonderful walking away from the garden, like I said. And the basis of her story in our natal chart has to do with not being recognized for our own power and adaptability to undue circumstances in our life that come up. Lilith is where we stand up for ourselves and have breakthroughs. It is an important part of the natal chart to show karmic wounds. Anytime a planet or an asteroid is making aspects to Black Moon Lilith, it is something to pay attention to. Lilith in our chart is a part of us that rejects the patriarchy. It speaks to our deepest desires. She connects with our inner self-worth, the feminine around and in ourselves, a part of us that's untamable and where we feel the need to get away, but also a part of us where we need to assert our influence more, stand up, deeming ourselves worthy of walking away. And it may be a daring, risky, scary adventure we get to experience in our charts looking at Black Moon Lilith. When we have a Lilith contact in synastry and decide to pursue a relationship with this person, we are ultimately asking for refinement in the areas that are hitting. Black Moon Lilith is hitting with our planets, or vice versa, and the same with our axis points, our IC on our MC, and our ascendant and descendant, and our north node and south node. When we have sensitive contacts like that with Lilith, we will see some form of oppression, breaking free, breaking away, and sometimes we have natal aspects actually that come into play with our Lilith. So, for an example, I have Chiron conjunct Black Moon Lilith, and a lot in my generation do as well. Chiron has to do with the part of us that is a wound that we need to heal. And Black Moon Lilith is all about standing up for your rights and being assertive on those, and also walking away. And it's our inner bitch call. It's when we decide we've had enough and we say, no, I'm not being treated like that. And that is actually sitting with Chiron in my chart, and it may be in some others' charts. And it has to do with finding ways of being able to creatively channel that energy of that wound of feeling oppressed or feeling cast out or not feeling accepted, because the wound is there with Chiron. So this is just a little bit of natal chart information about Black Moon Lilith. I hope to be able to dive into everything Black Moon Lilith here soon. I just really wanted to give you guys my interpretation of how I feel Black Moon Lilith is represented not only in our modern day society but in history as being cast out and not wanting to go down that road, but ultimately I believe that she wanted to go down that road because she was not going to be further oppressed, and they felt the only way that they could keep her oppressed in history was to further her story by saying she frolicked with demons and she had demon babies and she did this stuff, but maybe she actually enjoyed her life. Who's to say that that's not the case? So who's to say that she didn't envelop her own inner Lilith and enjoy her life and walk out on something that she didn't even want anyway? So that's just my interpretation of Black Moon Lilith. If you liked it, please love this page, like this page, and like this video, and subscribe, all the good stuff. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.